welcome in. I'm Mark McLean. The shave of the day is going to be brought to us courtesy of the big old Wade and Butcher. I love this thing. This is a hoss, isn't it? Yes, a hoss daddy. We'll be using this one today. That size is an 8/8, and I love it. I simply love it. It's a treasure. And the soap I'll be using is sort of like in commemoration or celebration of Veterans Day, which was yesterday. I know I'm a little bit behind on posting of my videos, and I apologize, but I'm doing the best I can. This is Dolce & Gabbana Mama Bear's soap. Have you heard of Mama Bear's? Mama Bear's Soaps, LLC? Look them up on the internet. And this is a pretty cool little container. I like the size. It does a great job. Inside is just a puck. However, it's not a pour type, melt and pour inside the container, but it does a great job. That's all that matters. And the scent, that smells nice. It does smell very spot on, just almost to the T of Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Homme. There you go. America. And I would think that this is a very patriotic soap because of the flag, right? And I salute you, Mama Bears. This particular soap, as I mentioned, was dead on. I think it's really close. It's very spot on, the interpretation of Dolce & Gabbana. And as far as the fragrance goes, they say it's a refined, spicy, yet sweet and masculine scent. It has lemon and orange. It also has sage, let me think, cedar, lavender, and tobacco. And I like that. And speaking of tobacco, I'm going to be using some Van Ule's spiced mahogany post-shave balm. I guess that's what you would call this. I'll be using this today, and this has a lot of notes of tobacco in it that I've been able to detect that I like. I really love this scent. The Van Ule's spiced mahogany is #1, and I've tried out several other spiced mahoganies. They just can't compete. And I already have some pre-shave oil on today. Probably see that. Well, this is what I have. And you say, well, that's not pre-shave oil. That's just beard oil. Right. I got this here in town where I live. There's a soap maker downtown, Paducah, Kentucky. And she makes this soap, and this beard oil. But she said to me, I said, well, is that like a pre-shave oil? And she didn't know what pre-shave oils were. So I began to school her on pre-shave oils. Come to find out, this stuff has everything in it that you would put in a pre-shave oil. She was just calling it beard oil. Okay, call it beard oil. She said, I think now I'm going to change the name to beard oil / pre-shave oil, because I had no idea. So that's great. And this is the Kentucky bourbon scent. It doesn't smell like Kentucky bourbon to me, and I live here. I've lived here nearly all my life. It smells like, I get some notes of, what is that? That is vanilla, very strong vanilla. It's a great smell. I mean, you would almost want to put this on your pancakes. That's how awesome it smells. But I went ahead and put it on as a pre-shave oil like it should be used. And it was only about, I think, around $9, something like that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put some water, hot water, on my puck, because I have not been blooming this soap, and I know I should have, but I got behind again, right? The brush I'll be using today is a Silver-tip Badger from Dennis Coluccio. I love this beautiful styled handle he made. He made this specifically for me with material from Tom Stone's Beyond Wood Products. And I love this brush. It has a lot of spine and backbone to it, and that's sort of what I wanted today since I'm using a puck. And I'm going ahead and pour out the water and squeeze out my brush and just start loading it up, just twisting it around on the puck. Doesn't take much. This stuff is already coming to a lather, and I remembered using this once before when it first came in, and I really am surprised. I know I was then. I was surprised about how fantastic this stuff was, because it's fairly inexpensive. Mama Bear soaps are really, you know, inexpensive. A lot of you guys may not like the glycerin type soaps, and that's obviously what this is, but it does a good job, and it was very cheap. And look at that, it lathers great, although I need some water, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and dip the tips, my bristles, and I'm going to use my bowl. I'm going to have to mix up some lather. I thought I would just go ahead and lather on direct to face, and I could, you know, because this stuff is good at lathering. But I'm going to go ahead and get her going here. Get a little water in my bowl. I hope you guys had a fantastic Veterans Day. I hope you had the chance to honor some vet. We had area restaurants here in town that were doing a great job. In fact, Pizza Inn here in Paducah, Kentucky. They did such a fantastic job of honoring our vets. If you are a vet, you had your meal furnished yesterday. So, with that being said, my wife and I paid our tribute to the people for doing that by showing up and giving them our business. And that's how I believe that you should do. I think you should support local businesses, especially those that go out of their way to help out your community. No, I mean, if that's not how you feel, you tell me how you feel. I still need some water in this. I'm just, I think I stuck too much got too much water on my bristles, and I shoved it down into the sink of water, but that's all right. We'll whip up something. We had a huge Veterans Day parade and festivities, all kinds of festivities to honor the vets. My grandson Logan got he got his spot in the limelight. You know, they took his picture and put it in the paper. I thought that was neat. Look at that, man, oh man. That's a good lather. I like that kind of coating right there. Thin, but yet still thick enough that you can't see your skin. Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my brush on the edge here and wash my hand. I don't want a soapy fingertip. Got the big old Wade and Butcher to shave with today. I like it. Stropped and ready to go. Good stuff, Maynard. That's what my mom used to say. It was an old TV commercial. And she loved to repeat that phrase. Good stuff, Maynard. I don't know the name of the commercial or the product, but it always brought a smile to my face. Mom could do that. I wish you guys had the opportunity to meet my mom. My dad, for that matter, as well. Awesome people. Down to earth. So down to earth. If you came into their home with me as my guest, you were treated like family. And that's the way it should be. If we were going to stay the night at their house, you would be treated like family. Not enough of that going around today. Unfortunately. But, you know, I can pass that trait of hospitality. I can pass that trait, I hope, on to my grandkids and my kids. And I hope I have already to my kids. And I think for the most part I have. You know, you can tell when you go visit with them how you're treated. I also hope that I am able to pass on that same act of friendliness, of camaraderie, of fellowshipping with one another in friendship with my grandson Logan. I hope that I can and have been able to so far, you know, pass that on, that spirit. And I think I have. One of my best friends, his name is Tom Mackey. He has been a friend of mine since the first wife, way back when. And I'm talking about the early 80s. and we call him Mackey. That's his last name, M-A-K-I. And Tom Mackey comes to visit me quite often. He's almost about an hour away, an hour's drive, but he still comes quite often. And when he comes, my grandson Logan, he gets excited, just like it was one of his friends. And that's why I say that I think I have, you know, passed on that trait. Or I hope I have, you know. In case you're wondering what that says, Red's Donut Shop, Paducah, Kentucky. That's the family donut shop. My 3 brothers-in-law own it. Originally, it was my father-in-law's. He sold the business to his 3 sons. My wife is the daughter, or one of them, and we had our own donut shop years ago. She didn't like the business end, so we sold ours, and now she helps out brothers. Donut Shop was voted the #1 donut in the state of Kentucky this past June 3rd, which was National Donut Day. A lot of good family times have been spent over a donut and a cup of coffee. I know I stress that a lot. I stress good times with family, and I'll be honest, I don't think that I get enough of it, to be perfectly honest. I feel guilty because I don't have enough time to spend like I would prefer. And please don't misunderstand or take this as I'm bragging, because I'm not. I'm not about that at all. I have a lot of good old-fashioned values that were rooted deeply into me as a child. And I really think they are important. In fact, I really think that if we had more of that today, surely our crime rate would drop, don't you think? Or at least I would hope that it would. It's a shame that we don't have a lot more, let's say, a lot more people that are patriotic anymore. It's getting where every single day. Those privileges we have that were fought for with lives and blood given and shed on many a battlefield. It's a pity that not enough people realize or remember. And at yesterday's Veterans Day ceremony, I'm just thinking while I'm there, you know, we have maybe roughly 150 to 200 people here. In a community as large as ours, with as many businesses that shut down on Veterans Day, including post office, of course, banks. Man, look at this stuff, Lather. It's just wild. But with as many businesses that we have that were shut down because of the commemoration of Veterans Day, one would think that more people would have been present to help make a stance of recognition, if nothing else, right? One would think. Upward pass. And I'm not on my soapbox by any means. Don't think that I am. I'm just thinking that, you know, why couldn't more people have shown up? I don't know. It's not like they were being charged. I mean, it's free, you know? It didn't last that long, so it couldn't have taken so much of your time. Just didn't show. I mean, granted, 200 people probably is, by any stretch of the imagination, a good crowd or turnout, I suppose. Just lining my beard up right there. Making sure that it's where I need it to be. Okay. And like I said, I am not on a soapbox today, so don't think that, please. I just have goals, I guess, and expectations that I wish could be met, but you know, that doesn't That doesn't mean anything, right? Wish in one hand and you know what in the other. I've heard that before too. This soap really smells nice. In case you guys have thought about using some Mama Bear's products, I wrote a letter to them a while back. It's been a while. Told her that I'd like to try some and how much were they. She sent me a bill and I got about $6 worth of samples. Which isn't bad. And that way you can determine what you're going to like before you spend any money. That's what I like about shaving soap samples. Whatever works, you know, for each person, that's all that matters, right? I'm going to do a downward pass again. Waiting on the mailman today. Got some more barbershop bottles coming in. And I just bought another one. I love those things. They're so gorgeous. Look at how much soap I had left over. Well, I know I'm being a little OCD, as my wife would say today. I tend to think that, or prefer saying that, I'm just being particular and precise in my shaving. But that's it. I am fini. I have finished. That is a close shave. I wanted a close shave, and with this baby, you're going to get one. So there you have it, baby. That's all said and done. Close shave, I reckon. And what am I going to surprise you with today? How about a barbershop bottle with some beautiful lilac vegetal, Ed Pinode style. This is glass. See the finger engraving or grooves for grasping on, and I like that. This is a beautiful Ed Pinode classic bottle with the Bakelite P on top for Pinode. And this is the kind of stuff you either love it or you hate it. And with me, I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I really do. But then again, I like all of my vintage style aftershaves and aftershave bottles as well. Filled with lilac vegetal. And this thing took a long time to fill up because it's got such a small little hole there. It works though. That's all that matters. And I mentioned earlier I would be using Vanulay Spiced Mahogany as my post-shave balm. And this stuff just smells magnificent. It does. Monica, I salute you for this soap and this particular shave balm cream. But definitely before your Spiced Mahogany soap. That's what I was referring to. I love their Spiced Mahogany soap. It's just very hard to beat. And there we have it. I have reached host status. Host status. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for listening to me as I share part of my life, my views, and my thoughts. They may not be close or even near what you may think or want to say, and that's okay. You do a video and I'll watch yours, okay? I promise. You just let me know. All right. Thanks once again. Get out and have some fun. Get your shave on. Pat your brother on the back today if you get the chance. I don't mean literally. I ain't got a brother. Yes, you got plenty of brothers. Sisters too. Pat him on the back. That's all. Okay? You have a great one. Peace.